A train journey from Vienna to Venice took around 7 hours. Honestly, it's way more enjoyable than flying. The scenery starts to steal the show. The train goes through the Austrian Alps, and this part is the highlight. You pass mountains, forests, tunnels, and tiny villages that look like they belong in a snow globe. The Semmering railway section is especially beautiful. Lots of curves, bridges, and dramatic views that make you want to stay glued to the window. It was quite annoying to see the light reflecting on the window. It definitely ruined all my videos. You travel along the famous Semmering Railway. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Route. Now, as you approach the border, you pass through alpine passes near Villach. Mountains do feel much closer and more rugged. The train skirts the edges of the Julian Alps. These mountains form the natural boundary between Austria, Italy, and Slovenia. After this, the landscape opens up into flatter plains as you head towards Venice. After reaching the train station, we bought a Vaporata pass and took our first ferry heading to our accommodation. Our accommodation was a 5-minute walk from the ferry stop. It definitely felt longer as we had to drag our suitcases through the cobblestone pathway. Hotel Pausania is a charming mid-range hotel in Venice's Dorsoduro district. It's set in a historical 14th century palazzo that blends Venetian character with modern comforts. It's a great base for exploring the city at a relaxed pace. A good balance of comfort and value for money in a quieter area that's still within walking distance of major sites. Woke up in Venice feeling super excited, as today was a day for a classic lagoon adventure. Our first trip was to Murano, the island famous for its glassmaking. Now, as soon as we arrived, the scent of the lagoon and the gentle lapping of water against the docks made it feel like stepping into another world. Murano was much quieter than Venice, with canals lined by low, colorful buildings and little shops everywhere selling glittering glass creations. Murano is the world capital of glassmaking, a tradition that's been alive for over 1,000 years. Artisans blow, twist, and shape molten glass with incredible precision, often transforming a blob of glowing liquid into a vase, chandelier, or delicate figurine in just minutes. Watching the whole process is quite mesmerizing. Such a teamwork done with so much of precision. Burano is one of those places that instantly makes you smile. As soon as you step off the evaporator, you are greeted by canals lined with brightly painted houses pink, yellow, turquoise, purple, and the list goes on. Each one more cheerful than the last. Walking the narrow streets feels like strolling through a living postcard. The island is famous for handmade laces, a centuries old tradition. It's like a little bubble of happiness, bright, cheerful contrast to Venice's grandeur. On our way back from Burano, we decided to go to the hotel and rest for a while, before returning back to Rialto Bridge to watch it during sunset. and most famous bridge, spanning the Grand Canal since late 16th century. Rialto isn't just a bridge, it's a heartbeat of Venice. Historically, a hub of commerce and today a vibrant spot for locals and tourists. There's something magical about Venice at sunset. The city seems to glow from within. As the sun dips low, the Grand Canal shimmers in golden pink. The gondolas glide quietly across the water, and the facades of historic places reflect the fading light like molten marble. Crossing Rialto Bridge at this hour is unforgettable. Tourists and locals mix in a gentle bustle, but the view steals the show. Rows of colorful buildings along the canal, little boats passing underneath, and soft sound of water lapping against stone. From the bridge, you can watch the sky slowly turn lavender while the city turns into evening, lanterns flickering on, and restaurants lighting up the canals. So it's the third day in Venice, and the agenda was to visit all the touristy places. Weather was super good, and guess what? That's when you have long queues to visit any of the places. Piazza San Marco. Walking into the square felt so unreal. It just opened up suddenly, wide and elegant, surrounded by arches and history everywhere you look. The bells, the cafes, the sheer scale of it. It felt grand but also alive. St. Mark's Basilica was next, and wow, the outside alone looked absolutely stunning. Right next to that was the Doge's Palace, which was completely contrast, more dramatic. Our next stop was the Bridge of Sighs. Smaller than what I expected, but heavy with meaning. Knowing prisoners crossed it on their way to prison, taking one last look at Venice through the tiny windows gave it a strange emotional weight. That was the final list of places that we visited before heading to our next destination.